Hello and welcome. On this episode of Focus On, we share highlights from Access Bank's 2021 Sustainability Awareness Week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Esther Awuni.
It's been the 7th year that Access Bank commenced the Sustainability Awareness Week, and it's really aimed at providing awareness on sustainability and education, really educating stakeholders, both internal and external stakeholders, regarding sustainability. So what we typically do year on year is to have a lot of discourse on the subject matter of sustainability, identify lapses, gaps, areas of improvement, and have different call to action on those areas, and look at how we can also use the insights from the outcomes of all the discourses to improve our performance, to partner and collaborate, and to see how we can contribute our own quota really to achieving a sustainable world, to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. So employee volunteering allows our employees to contribute to society in a very positive way, gives them a platform to go into communities and impact communities in a positive manner. So it allows them to utilize their skills, their resources, their influence, and leverage all of that with the bank's brand to address issues of societal needs. So they could implement their initiatives in different areas like health, art, sports, environment, social welfare. And what the bank does is also to encourage performance with respect to employee volunteering by providing award categories within the CEO Awards on an annual basis for, one, the best employee volunteering group, and two, the best individual employee volunteer. And that way they're also able to get support for the initiatives that they're working on. And also this is embedded in the bank's appraisal system.
In Access Bank, we understand the importance of giving back to the society. And as employees, we all, buy into that idea that in every society and every community that we operate, we must impact the lives of the people in that community. And so with that understanding, each division and business groups in the bank every year come up with initiatives to provide those benefits to the society and to the communities that we operate in.
But what would you say are the highlights of the Sustainability Awareness Week?
We've had series of initiatives and engagements. We've had various capacity building sessions for internal and external stakeholders, our employees, our suppliers, vendors, our customers, non-governmental organizations, and a wide range of stakeholders. So on various topics. Yesterday we had the Sustainability Conference themed Building Blocks for a Sustainable Future, and we examined areas around innovation and technology, policy and action and communication, and how those are critical to building a sustainable future. What role do they play, and what do we really need to do with respect to that?
What does sustainability mean to you?
For me, it's about the future. It's about achieving my goals and our goals today, but in a way that doesn't impede future generations and their ability to achieve their goals.
Your group recently championed a volunteer initiative. Can you tell us more about it?
The corporate comms unit of Access Bank partnered with Haima Health Initiative, and the goal was to essentially drive blood donation. So what we did was twofold. One was to actually get blood into blood banks, but secondly, to destigmatize the whole concept of donating blood. We know that there's so many different negative thoughts about giving blood. Should I not? Religion, disease, sickness, all kinds of thoughts around giving blood that just kind of paralyzes us and prevents us from giving blood. So the initiative was to drive awareness, to educate people, and to get some blood. So we got quite a few pints of blood, and this was saving lives. It was loading up blood banks as best we could, and we've committed that every year we'll do the same thing. Get people together, donate blood, and get people to learn about the benefits of giving blood.
At the Treasury Group Employee Volunteering Initiative focused on arts for the less privileged children in 2021, what is the next area of impact for your group?
So what we're trying to do next year is to look at providing solar energy to primary healthcare facilities who can still around children, maternity wards and all those other places where we can provide sustainable energy, which is also in line with our sustainable developmental goals.
Now, the Human Resources and Executive Management Group recently won the 2021 Group CEO Awards as a Best Employee Volunteering Group. What inspired the project, and what would you say is next for the group?
Okay, it's very simple. So we are the Human Resources and Executive Group, and by our very business, we deal with human capacity development. All right, so it was very easy for us to identify the gap in our society. We work with human beings and we understand the importance of capacity development. And so it was very easy for us to identify the fact that in our society today we have, especially in Nigeria, we have well over 14 million out-of-school children. And most of these children are from indigent homes. The parents are either late or they do not have the capacity, to sponsor their education. And we also understand that unless we have a well-trained society with, a well-trained community, all right, we would end up having people who, out of frustration, who might go into crime and other vices in the society. And so our only way of contributing was to latch onto what we are good at, which is human capacity development. And so it was easy for us to identify Bethesda Child Support Agency that is already, carrying on that initiative, and to partner with them and support the education of these out-of-school children. Now, in the last 1 year, we've been able to impact the lives of over 800 children. Our target was actually 1,500. But with the support that we've received so far, I think that this year we should be able to achieve that target and then even scale more, because this year we want to, beyond providing scholarship for their school fees, providing a meal per day for the children, and enabling them to have access to quality education. We also want to take on a lot more children by providing books, and then supporting other facilities and infrastructure that will encourage them and encourage more parents to send their children to school. So at the end of the day, we're going to have a lot more children having access to quality education, and in turn we're going to have well-trained people in the society that will add value, and then we'll probably be able to mitigate, the vices that we are currently faced as a country.
You were recently recognized as a Volunteer of the Year at the 2021 Group CEO Awards. How does that make you feel?
At first, when I saw that I was nominated, I didn't even have any inkling around that. I was very ecstatic when I heard about the news. And I remember my friends, my colleagues calling me, congratulating me in advance that they were rooting for me. And I really feel elated. It tells me that Access Bank cares about volunteering. It tells me that they are deliberate and intentional about employees like us impacting our communities and driving impact.
What inspired you to start volunteering?
I started Africa Rising Women in Innovation in response to the gender and the diversity gap in innovation. Driving a corporate innovation role is still burgeoning, especially in an emerging economy like ours, emerging developing markets like Nigeria. And so I wanted a community of innovators I could interact and network with. And I realized that there was a lack of ubiquity in that space, and that was what made me found Africa Rising Women in Innovation. And it's a community of innovators of over 500 women and counting, championing the cause of African and African women in innovation. And we also have male allies. It's not just about the women. We want the men to also talk to their female friends or their wives or their partners or their girlfriends or whoever that is a female figure in their lives, to make them understand that we are passionate about women not only demanding seats at the table or a place at the whiteboard, but also creating their own tables as well.
Now, how has your volunteering initiatives impacted the lives of people so far?
I'm really excited about the initiatives that we currently have and that we had before, prior to the ones that we are currently working on to end the year. Founding Africa Rising has made me realize how monolithic stories are being told, especially for Africa. There are several women achieving great feats, not just in Nigeria, but across the board, internationally, but you never hear of them. And Glasslings is an interview series that we have where we highlight and celebrate these women. We want them to talk about their stories. We want to change the narrative that Africa is some continent that we don't have things happening here. I mean, look at what the fintechs are doing. So it tells us that there are so many things happening in Africa. And with Glasslings, we've been able to achieve that, where women can tell their stories. We have women that are achieving, we have women that are founding tech companies, and we want the rest of the world to hear that. We are also very passionate about girls in STEM, because there has been this cultural and systemic myth around girls pursuing STEM careers or STEM education, and we've impacted over 20 girls in that space as well. And then for the women-led businesses, no matter the kind of business a woman has founded, we are passionate about driving them to have those opportunities to access funds, not just continentally, but also internationally as well.
Finally, what do you like most about the program?
Well, for me, what it does is that it helps us give back to society. And it helps you also know that you are making an impact in someone's life. So you have a lot of these children. We've reached about 290 children. And, you know, we've seen so many different skills come out. Some are very artistic, some love poetry, some love to read. You know, there's just so much talent, and it's helped us bring that out. Also teaching children. You know, we've focused on children a lot. We've taught the school, the correctional facility in Oregon. You know, so it helps you, it gives you a sense of fulfillment, like you're actually making an impact. And, you know, this is one thing I like about what Access Bank does, the fact that you're helping to achieve the sustainable, the SDG goals, and you're just giving back to society. Because really, if you don't do that, then you won't have a future, you won't have a society in the future.
That's a wrap on this episode of Focus On. Thank you for watching. I'm Esther Awoni. Until next time, it's bye for now.